Joy Houston of The Delicious Revolution, and today I am going to show you the vegetable spiralizer. This is going to give you some gluten-free options to replace pasta. We'll also do this with a mandolin later to show a gluten-free pasta alternative when you're making lasagna or even ravioli, but today let's focus on the vegetable spiralizer. Now, if you've had a long day at work, or if you're just busy with the kids, or you just don't want to spend that much time in the kitchen, you can have a delicious pasta dish before you could even boil a big pot of water. A stock pot is a lot of water, right? So when you make pasta, you're boiling a pretty big container of water. Now, in less than the time that it takes to do that, we are going to make a delicious, this is actually a raw dish, so we're going to make a delicious, raw, nutrient-rich pasta alternative with a red sauce. Okay, so here we go. Instead of some, enriched fiber that has been enriched just with, nutrients and vitamins in the chemical form that's just been thrown in with some flour and eggs, we're actually just going to go straight to a nice live source for the base of our dish. We're going to use a zucchini. These are great. Instead of enriched pasta, which is just full of goopy flour that's hard on the system to digest, we're going to use a zucchini that's full of folate, vitamin C, manganese, zinc, iron. It has B vitamins in it too. I mean, these are great for you. And to have a pasta dish be replaced with zucchini, heck, I'm all down for that. So all we have to do is cut the tip off here, the rough part from the stalk. We're gonna cut that right off. Very simple. Now, you can get this machine online. As a matter of fact, I've checked out quite a few of these, and this one, for the money, is the best that I have found. Now, it's plastic, but you know what? It's a durable plastic. The gear in here is metal. The tip part is plastic, but everything in there is metal. And this is all plastic, but it's a very sturdy machine. It comes with different blades that you can switch out and get different sizes. I'm just gonna use a standard pasta size. It's gonna come out just a little bit thicker than spaghetti. Snap that in there, but it has two other blades that fit right inside. And this model, when I physically looked for it in a local cooking store, they were charging about $65 to $70 depending on where I shopped for it. However, you can find it on Amazon, and on Amazon it's like 35 bucks. Now, I put a link on thedeliciousrevolution.com so you can see where I found the best price. If you find a better price, let me know. There are other ones on the market. However, I'll tell you, some of them are really janky, and some of them give you such a small portion size that you couldn't use it if you were entertaining or cooking for more than one person. So again, for the money, this is the best one that I've found. Now, all you do, it has a little silver circle back here. We're gonna put the center of the zucchini right there in the center of the machine. These little pokes on the back, you can see it has little spears on the back there. We're just gonna slide that in, poke it right in the back. Doesn't get any simpler. Now, this has 4 suction cups, so you wanna press firmly. And it really does, you can see if I just give that a nice whack, it's on the counter really well, which is good, because we wanna use the handle. You can see, I'll take this off here and just show you. It has a handle on the back, and we're gonna pull towards the blades to put lots of pressure on the zucchini and make sure that it gets pressed through those sharp, sharp blades real firmly. Okay, so now we have it back in there. This is really easy. It's not rocket science. You can go boil a pot of water and see if you can do it faster than me, but trust me, I have timed it before. All we're gonna do is apply pressure, pulling the back of the machine towards the blades, and spin. That's all we gotta do. Now look at that. You can see these lovely noodles are coming right out of the machine. Now look, if you're serving this to kids and they see something green and they go running and screaming away, by all means, peel the outside of that zucchini off, because otherwise they're not gonna notice and they're not gonna care, and you're gonna get all that extra nutrients and vegetables into their diet without any argument. Now, you can tear these as you go off along, otherwise you'll have like 5-foot-long noodles, or you can just put them in the bowl and then cut them with a scissor once the whole bowl is done. Now, if you get off center whatsoever, you can always replace the noodle, but it doesn't really matter. If you want the noodles to come out long, again, it was getting off center, so we're just gonna put it right back in the center. Put on there, give it a pull, there we go. Now we're back on center. We're gonna get nice long noodles, and that's what we want. Okay, we're gonna put those right into the bowl. Nice. Now this is great. If you're watching your carbs, this is a great alternative. If you're sensitive to gluten, this is a great alternative. For me, the big bonus, I'm not really gluten sensitive, although I do notice that I get bags under my eyes if I happen to indulge in a lot of gluten products. Could be that I'm cheating and eating some processed foods, or it could be the gluten, I'm not sure. But I definitely notice a difference. But the real reason that I eat this pasta so often is taste. The pasta itself, when you boil the pasta noodle, it really doesn't bring all that much to the table in terms of flavor. It adds consistency, but not flavor. Now, you're left with these little tubes of zucchini. You certainly could chop those up and throw them into your sauce if you wanted to. But now look, we have these long, beautiful noodles. I'm gonna go ahead and tear them up just so it's a little bit easier to eat, because I don't want 5-foot long noodles. I want them to be a little bit smaller. And again, if I had peeled this, the kids would not even see the green and they would just go ahead and eat it. Now, my daughter has no problem eating vegetables, so I don't have to worry about that. I'm gonna give these a little douse of olive oil. There we go. I'm gonna cover them with just a pinch of granulated garlic. Very nice. And I'm just gonna give those a little stir, and I'm gonna let those sit. Now, your water might be starting to come to a boil if you're doing a comparison timing here, but I doubt it if you've got a nice big stock pot. Okay, so we're gonna let that sit. Now we're gonna make a sauce, real easy. I have some sun-dried tomatoes here in the blender. Now, these are sun-dried from the garden, so they might be a slightly different color. If you buy jars of sun-dried tomatoes, it's gonna be a really brilliant, bright red. Mine might not be as brilliant because there were several colors of tomatoes that I dried all together. Now, I'm using a Vitamix to make this into a sauce, so we start down on variable. I'm gonna turn this on. It's gonna make a noise, so I'm not gonna try to talk to you, but you'll notice I'm gonna go ahead and add some olive oil to it while it's running. I'm gonna add a pinch of salt and a little bit of pepper. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and just get my salt in there now. And some fresh cracked black pepper. Very simple, yet very delicious sauce. The sun-dried tomatoes have such a sweet and strong tomato flavor, you really won't need much else. I'm gonna turn this on for a minute. Okay, we have a nice creamy, oh, it smells so good. We have a nice creamy red sauce there from the sun-dried tomatoes. And again, all we did was add sun-dried tomatoes, a pinch of salt, a little bit of fresh cracked black pepper. I did add just a dash of the organic granulated garlic in there just for a little kick more flavor. Now we're gonna just go ahead and get this plated. I'm gonna put a nice serving of the noodles right on there. And then let's just get that right out of our way. We're also gonna put a nice little dollop of the red sauce on top of the pasta. Now again, my sauce is coming out more of an orangey red color, and that again is because I've used a few different types of tomatoes in my sun-dried tomatoes. If you just use a standard jar sun-dried tomato, your sauce is gonna be a very beautiful, very brilliant red color. I'm gonna top this with some chiffonade basil, and there we go. Gluten-free, no pasta dinner. So you can get your vegetable spiralizer through Amazon. That's the best price that I found. If you want a link for that, just check us out online at www.thedeliciousrevolution.com. This is Joy Houston thanking you for your time. Here's to your good health.